Good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don in here with you on your Thursday afternoon. It's 4:50 p.m. Central, 5:50 p.m. Eastern, and we are watching one severe thunderstorm crossing over I-20 near Talladega, moving to the southeast this afternoon. And the biggest threat with this storm is going to be 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gust and hail, about 3/4 of an inch in diameter as this storm moves off to the southeast. And that is the only storm we have out there this afternoon that's posing a threat for East Alabama. We'll take you in a little bit closer on this storm, and I'm going to stop the loop right there. And you can see where this storm is situated. It is literally on top of Talladega. As it moves to the southeast, after it clears Talladega, it will affect Waldo. Waldo is next in line. You see that hail core just to the northwest of Talladega. There's Talladega proper, and then there's the heavy part of that storm crossing over Highway 23 and Highway 21. And we'll move right across 77 there on the southeast side of Talladega. So heads up, Waldo. This thing's headed toward you. If it holds together, eventually it will end up over there in Clay County, places like Highland, Ashland, maybe Lineville, and downstream even further, maybe Barfield. We'll have to deal with this storm if it holds together. Now, I'll tell you that it is not quite as strong as it was just a few minutes ago. Let's back this up. And right there, that was at 4:14. So about 42, 43 minutes ago is when it was at its strongest. And that was just north of Vincent. And this storm's not moving very fast, a slow-moving storm. So it's dumping a good bit of rain with it as well. But that's what it looked like about 42, 43 minutes ago. We had 60 mile per hour wind and 1 inch hail. Then you bring the loop forward, you can see that it lost some of its intensity, though it is still considered severe. It doesn't look as strong. I mean, the winds now are down to 50 miles per hour, and we're down to 3/4 inch hail. So it does show signs of weakening as it moves off to the southeast, and that's reasonable because it's moving into an area that doesn't have quite as much instability this afternoon. We don't anticipate severe weather across East Alabama. So as it moves out of that more unstable air across central Alabama and moves into east central Alabama, we do anticipate this to continue to weaken. I'm just looking in the National Weather Service chat room to see if we have any updates on this storm. I don't see anything. So we'll watch this for a few more minutes and see if the Weather Service decides to let the warning expire. We zoom back out, and you can see that we have a special weather statement for a storm up there just north of Gadsden. Crossing over I-59 just north of Gadsden, Alabama. We have a severe thunderstorm warning just south of Florence now up in northwest Alabama. And a pretty good band of rain from just east of Birmingham all the way through Atlanta and really all the way down to about Augusta, Georgia. So I-20 is a nasty ride this evening with very heavy rainfall. But we don't see anything in South Alabama to be concerned about. We are noticing just in the last hour, we've seen a lot of storms pop over in Mississippi that will be moving off to the east. But again, we don't anticipate widespread severe weather anytime this afternoon or tonight. We're going to watch that for you, though, as we go through the overnight hours. But again, the reason we're on air is because of a severe thunderstorm warning. And the National Weather Service just canceled the warning and replaced it with a special weather statement. So that's good news. And I'll just read it to you. Strong thunderstorm will impact central Talladega County and south central St. Clair County. Actually, it's out of St. Clair, so this will continue to be an issue there around Talladega. And then eventually maybe Waldo, and then into portions of Clay County. So that's a special weather statement on that particular storm. So we don't have any severe weather across East Alabama or West Georgia, just a strong thunderstorm there coming out of Talladega. Good bit of lightning with this, just about 16 strokes of lightning in the last 3 minutes. Of course, the clouds look horrible. Lots of rain. It's not a very large storm, and it's well below severe limits. Again, we put this in motion for you over the last few minutes. You can see that it was very strong when it crossed over I-20, but shortly after it started losing some of its intensity, and they have replaced it with a special weather statement, and then they went back severe thunderstorm warning, and then they replaced it again with a special weather statement. So it did pulse a little bit where it got weak, and then it strengthened back up and then got weak again, but it's moving into more stable air across East Alabama, so I would anticipate this storm to continue to slowly weaken as it moves into northern Clay and eventually over into Randolph. Zooming back out again, you can see the big picture across Alabama and Georgia. And you'll see that we've got big storms firing up in northern Mississippi. We have that area of disturbance from just east of Birmingham all the way over really to Columbia, South Carolina, right along that I-20 corridor. No statements or warnings in Georgia. We do have that special weather statement for that one storm there in Talladega that continues to move off to the southeast. Sharon, it may make it into Randolph, but again, it's below severe limits. It is not significant. It's not severe. It's nothing to be overly concerned about. I mean, you don't want to be standing outside in your front yard. There is some lightning involved in it, but it is well below severe limits. If it continues to the southeast on the track that it's on right now, it's going to affect Ashland and Lineville, and then eventually it would get into central or southern Randolph. But this is a very slow-moving storm, and I have my doubts as to whether or not it holds together. I mean, it's only moving at about 30 miles per hour. So that's a good hour and a half before it makes it over into Randolph. And it is weakening, so I don't know that it holds together long enough to be much of a threat for Randolph County. Let's change radar products here. Let's go to level 2. Clear that that off the board, and then we'll do it like so. And we'll run this out at 30 miles per hour, moving like so, and there are your times. If the storm holds together, we're looking at Foster's Crossroads at 5:31, Osland Chapel Volunteer Fire Department at 5:33. Would be looking at Morrison's Crossroads at 5:36, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery around 5:39, A&M Volunteer Fire Department around 5:41, Wedowee at 5:42, New Hope at about 5:48, Woodland around 5:49, if this storm holds together. Yeah, and understand that's the heaviest part of the storm. Doesn't mean just because your town's not listed that you won't have to deal with some effects from this if you're in the path of this storm. Again, that is the heaviest part of the storm as it moves off to the southeast. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on this for you. We don't have anything severe out there this afternoon, so typically we don't stay wall to wall unless we have a warning or we have widespread heavy severe weather taking place, and at the moment that's not the case. We just have that one storm, and honestly I don't even know that they're going to issue a special weather statement for Clay because the core of the storm is now over into Clay County, and we don't have anything for Clay. That box you see there is a special weather statement, and it is a old special weather statement that's really not valid any longer. But if you're over here in extreme northwest Clay County, let me take you in a little bit closer. I'll show you where the heaviest part of this storm is taking place. There's actually two spots there. Right there, and then just east of Talladega. You see those two red circles. Let me change over to a color that's a little easier to see. And those are the two areas where the heaviest weather is taking place right now. Remy, if you're watching us down at Beans Mill, I've got your arrows fixed. Storms are moving in this direction. But again, this stuff is well below severe limit, and it is showing at least signs that it is weakening. I'll zoom back out and show you the big picture once again before we duck out of here. Understand that we're looking at this from Atlanta, so you can't see everything back in Mississippi. We'll switch back over to the composite right quick just so you can see. There we go. And right now, the only warning we have is a severe thunderstorm warning up there in northwest Alabama, just south of Florence. Another storm trying to get its act together near Columbus. But you got to understand, that this is where the better instability is this afternoon. And back in that direction. Over here in East Alabama, back into Georgia, the area inside that yellow, the atmosphere is not as conducive for strong to severe thunderstorms. So as the storms form back to our west and move into that yellow area, they're weakening. And that's what we're seeing with this storm that's coming over into northern Clay County. It was severe when it crossed over I-20 at about the Leeds exit, just east of Birmingham. But it has since lost a good bit of its intensity as it's moved off to the east and southeast. So I'll put this in motion, let you kind of watch it loop through a time or two so you can get a feel for the direction all of this is moving, and let you know that we will keep an eye on this for you. And if we were to have any of these storms start to get out of hand, then we'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Don't forget, you can continue to watch our radar over on our 24 Forever YouTube channel. And all you have to do is go to YouTube and search Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever. We've got a totally separate stream over there. And you can continue to watch the radar. And then if we have something of significance and I feel like we need to come back on, you can just continue to watch us over there because I go live there as well. And you'll get those weather alerts that are scrolling at the bottom of the screen as well. And also, folks, please remember every single time you watch Dr. Don's Weather, share us on your news feed. Share us with all of your friends. Because we went through a long period there with no severe weather. And the way Facebook works, if you don't comment on our stream every now and then we drop off of your news feed. And I'm afraid a lot of people are not seeing Dr. Don's Weather now because of the way Facebook works. So those of you who interact with us often and watch us all the time, you gotta, every single time, you've got to share us with your friends so that they will see it and go watch it and interact with us, and then we stay at the top of their news feed. And I also highly encourage you to go to YouTube and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather and turn on those notifications. YouTube works totally different. You don't have to watch us on YouTube, but at least go over there and follow us, subscribe to us. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime. And that way you get a push notification when we go live instead of waiting on Facebook to use its artificial intelligence to determine whether or not they think that's something you want to see or not, because that's the way Facebook works. So you got to do us a favor and like us and share us every single time you go to Dr. Don's Weather, so we can get that word out there. All right, we're going to watch this for you very closely. Go over to Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever to continue watching the radar and the alerts at the bottom of the screen. And if we see something that we feel like is life-threatening, then we'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather.